Welcome to our live news updates. The headlines. Details of ASU-NEC meeting emerges as union take decision on fresh strike. INEC chair advocates for passage of Electoral Offences Commission and Tribunal Bill. Mourners weep over 19 coffins in Tanzania plane crash.
Alive TV.
And now the news in detail. The Academic Staff Union of Universities National Executive Committee has concluded its meeting held in the Federal Capital Territory. Reports state that following the half-October salaries paid to members of ASU by the federal government, the union held an emergency NEC meeting to discuss the way forward. According to some ASU leaders, members were advocating for another round of strike if payments for their salary backlog are not made. The academic union leaders told reporters that as the case is now, the decision lies with lecturers whether or not to resume because some ASU branches across the nation have held congresses to decide on the next steps to take. Details of the meeting, which ended on Monday, are still sketchy, with ASU President Professor Emmanuel Osodeke yet to address the press. But a member of the union's NEC disclosed that it has resolved to give the Muhammadu Buhari-led federal government more time. He said that ASU decided to give the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, at least 2 weeks to intervene and resolve the issue of no work, no pay policy. The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, has advocated for the passage of the bill seeking to establish the Commission and Tribunal of Electoral Offences. According to him, the passage of the bill would take off a load of prosecution of electoral offences, which he described as one of the most difficult jobs assigned to the Commission, in which it has not been successful at its implementation. Reports state that Yakubu told the House of Representatives Committee on Electoral Matters that the bill, if passed, will further contribute to ensuring free, fair and credible elections, just like the new Electoral Act 2022 as amended has. The INEC boss, who urged the Parliament to pass the bill and submit it for assent before the end of the 9th National Assembly, further said that if successful, it would be another solid contribution to our electoral process. A former Gombe State Commissioner for Economy, Budget and Planning, Danladi Mohammed Pantami, has resigned his membership of the People's Democratic Party. Reports state that Pantami served under the administration of Governor Ibrahim Dankwambo. His resignation from the main opposition party was disclosed in a letter dated 7th November 2022, duly signed by Pantami and addressed to the ward chairman of the party, Malam Sidi Ward, in Kwame local government area of Gombe State. Pantami, however, did not give reasons for leaving the PDP. On the foreign scene, weeping relatives of the 19 people who died when a plane crashed into Lake Victoria in Tanzania filed past a row of coffins in the lakeside town of Bukoba on Monday as religious and political leaders gathered for a ceremony to honor the victims. Flight PW494, operated by Tanzanian airline Precision Air and carrying 43 people, hit the water in stormy weather as it tried to land at Bukoba Airport early on Sunday morning, arriving from the capital Dar es Salaam. Transport Minister Makame Barawa told mourners gathered in a stadium that the weather had abruptly changed from good to stormy just as the plane was approaching the airport. In sports news, Brazil manager Adino Leonardo Bacci, known as Tite, has announced his 26-man squad for the 2022 World Cup tournament in Qatar. Tite's men will be looking forward to make it 6 when they travel to Qatar to once again give football fans an impressive show. Felipe Coutinho will miss the tournament in Qatar after picking a knock, and high-profile striker Roberto Firmino was dropped, while the Selecao side features 11 strikers, including Arsenal's Gabriel Jesus, Richarlison, who was a doubt, Manchester United's Antony, and a plethora of others. And with that, we've come to the end of the news updates at this hour. But before we go, a recap of the headline. Details of ASU-NEC meeting emerges as union take decision on fresh strike. INEC chair advocates for passage of Electoral Offences Commission and Tribunal Bill. Mourners weep over 19 coffins in Tanzania plane crash. Thank you for watching, and I am Elizabeth Mutwan.
Alive TV.